The weather has turned serious tonight. A big area moving in to stay. The air has come from the Arctic. It will stretch so far west to east and so deep into the south that tonight the estimate is most of the country, 240 million people, will be affected by this. One example, Chicago may not reach a high of 0 tomorrow. The wind chill map alone is rather chilling. And aside from the cold, as we'll hear in a moment, there are troubles in the west as well. First tonight, we begin with NBC's Kevin Tibbles in Chicago. Kevin, good evening.
Brian, much of America remains hunkered down tonight as this dangerous swath of Arctic air continues to push further and further south, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere for a couple of days. Already here in Chicago, some 80 schools have announced they'll be closed tomorrow.
For some 200 million Americans, today was an Arctic trudge, blowing snow and bone-chilling temperatures. Pennsylvania roads became skating rinks, soon filled with sliding cars and multiple crashes. Accidents too, some fatal, from Iowa to Indiana. Whiteouts and car crashes became synonymous.
Here in Chicago, there are 300,000 passenger rail trips per day. Frozen switches would cause travel chaos.
Rail crews light gas heater fires to keep them thawed out.
These things freeze up. What happens to the trains?
They stop running, so we pretty much have to monitor the switches 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Washington, D.C. awoke to about 6 inches of snow in some areas. Still, most schools remained open, and more than a dozen bus accidents were reported. The White House, a picturesque snow globe. A big whiteout in New York, too.
Here in central New York, up to 3 feet of snow is possible in some areas by the end of the week. But the big story is the cold. Highs Wednesday will barely hit 0 with wind chills at 15 to 25 below.
And it's pushing south. Temperatures dropping dramatically in Little Rock, Amarillo, and Raleigh. Good news for consumers, though. Lower fuel prices should translate into lower home heating costs. In Ohio, many schools closed for the deep freeze. Still, winter storm and wind chill warnings remain in effect through Thursday. Kevin Tibbles, NBC News, Chicago.